Good morning. Today's Friday, the 26th of June, and welcome to Sabba's Way of Life. It's around 6:30 in the morning. Can you hear the birds? Their chirping is slightly diminishing now. It was very, very loud at around 5:15 or 5 to 6 o'clock this morning. And the sun is rising. It's very, very bright, and it's shining right into my eyes on my right at the moment. And how many of you have noticed the change in the look of the sun? It's a very bright white sun, and the rays at this time of the morning are stunning. You can actually see them look like a star as they enter your own eyes. When we make time to contemplate and fall into silence, I mean, how many of us actually do that? Just fall into silence, especially sitting outside in the openness of nature with the sky above us. I would say that is a very important part of being able to harness the wisdom within us of silence and stillness. So when I talk about silence and when I talk about stillness, it's less about how we understand that word in our reality third dimensionally today, as in, don't make a sound, that's silence, or keep your body very still as stillness. It's not what I'm referring to. What I'm referring to is a state of being when you're in silence. It's when you just allow, not try, but just allow your mind to empty. And one of the best ways of describing that is daydreaming. As adults we don't daydream as often. Forget to. Life is too fast. We're even brought up to be told that to stop daydreaming. Actually, that's exactly what we need to do on a daily basis. So when you fall into silence, the part of you where your mind is busy thinking just stops, and you look around you, and what happens is you become very present to even the tiniest bit of beauty around you. Fortunately, I have these flowers hanging basket in front of me, and I'm absorbing the beauty of each petal, the different types of petals. And when that happens, there's an emptiness that takes place inside. And the stillness is when you also are automatically, through the silence, you're kind of quietening, stilling the mind. And what happens is something else starts to stir and starts to speak, which is always there, but we can't hear it because our mind is always noisy and whirring, and we're then always doing and doing, and then listening to external stimuli. So stillness and silence on a daily basis, especially today, as in the present times, is not an option. Never has been, but especially now, given the cosmic shifts that are taking place. I won't digress on that. But when we do this, that's when epiphanies take place. That's when the realization of who we are begins to stir inside our hearts. That's when we start to question why am I here? Gosh, those flowers smell beautiful. Do I really need to get the answer from that book or that person? I feel I should be doing this. The feeling that you get, which stems from a place within your heart space, which happens when you're silent and in stillness, is always a knowing. And a knowing that stems from within is always the truth. Always, always, always the truth. A knowing can never stem from the thinking mind. And that's why in many previous videos I've talked about something being an axiom, and an axiom being an absolute truth, because you just know as it stems from within. Now, where does that within from your heart come from? Well, again, in those moments of stillness and silence, you'll be asking yourself that question, and that may spur you on to want to know more. And in those moments, you find, or inspiration just arrives to ask for those answers. And that's where the magic happens. Because you're asking from within, there is a field around us. Remember, Remember, we are pure energy. We're spirals of energy. This beautiful flower is a spiral of energy. This petal here is a spiral of energy. And as spirals of energy, that electrical force is flowing in the field around us, and it merges with the larger field around us, which is part of the universal mind. And the answers come from that place because we asked from that place.